Hi, I'm Lennox. After 6 years of pulling all-nighters and surviving on coffee that tastes like liquid cardboard, I'm finally getting recognized in the architecture world. The Macintosh Award nomination letter is sitting on my desk right now, and I still can't believe my name is actually printed on it. You're gonna kill it at that ceremony, Lennox. We need to find you something jaw-dropping to wear. Zoe tosses another dress onto my bed, making the pile grow even higher. You think this is actually happening? They could still realize they made a mistake. Stop that! You're brilliant, and everyone knows it except your family. The mention of my family makes my stomach twist. When I won the state math competition at 12, Mom just asked why I couldn't get perfect scores in English too. When my design won the college showcase, Dad wondered aloud if architecture was really a stable career choice. Earth to Lennox! Try this one on. Zoe shoves a sleek black dress into my hands. 3 hours later, I'm staring at myself in the mirror, hardly recognizing the woman looking back at me. The Carter family is going to lose their minds when they see you. Zoe adjusts my earrings. If they show up, they will. They have to. It's the biggest night of your career. The next day at the office, Harold calls me into his glass-walled office. His silver hair catches the light as he gestures toward the chair. Lennox, your riverfront proposal was exceptional. That's precisely why I nominated you for the Macintosh. Thank you, Harold. I still can't believe it. Believe it. I've been in this business 30 years, and talent like yours doesn't come along often. Your family must be thrilled. They're coming to the ceremony. Excellent. I've reserved their seats in the front row. The night of the ceremony arrives faster than I expected. I check my phone for the 100th time. Any word from the Carter clan? Zoe asks, squeezing my arm. Nothing since this morning when Mom said they were definitely coming. As we enter the ballroom, my eyes immediately find the reserved table. Empty. All 4 seats with reserved for Carter family cards sitting untouched. They're just running late, I whisper, more to myself than Zoe. The ceremony begins. My category approaches. I keep glancing back at the entrance doors. And the Macintosh Award for Innovative Residential Design goes to Lennox Carter for the Helix House. The spotlight finds me as applause erupts around the room. I make my way to the stage, acceptance speech clutched in my trembling hand. From the podium, the empty seats stand out like missing teeth in a smile. The after-party feels hollow despite Zoe and Harold toasting my success. To the brightest star in architecture? Harold raises his glass. Your future is blinding. At midnight, my phone finally buzzes. A text from Mom. Car trouble. Couldn't make it. Congrats on your thing. I stare at those 9 words, the familiar ache spreading through my chest. 6 years of work, the biggest night of my career, and all I get is, your thing. You okay? Zoe asks, noticing my expression. Yeah, car trouble. They couldn't make it. Bullshit. I'm so sorry, Lennox. It's fine. I'm used to it. But even as I say it, something hardens inside me. Something that feels dangerously close to enough. 3 days after the award ceremony, I drove to my parents' suburban house to pick up mail that kept getting delivered to their address despite my countless change of address forms. The spare key was still hidden under the ceramic frog in the garden. I let myself in, knowing Mom and Dad would be at their weekly country club brunch. Hello? Anyone home? I called out, just to be sure. The house was silent, so I headed to the kitchen where Mom always kept mail for me in a wicker basket. Empty. Weird. I checked the office and started rifling through the desk drawers. Nothing there either. I moved to Mom's private desk, the one she always told us kids to stay away from. The second drawer was locked, which only sparked my curiosity more. Using a paper clip from a nearby cup, I jimmied it open, a skill Marcus had taught me when we were teens. Inside were several letters, including one addressed to Marcus in Mom's handwriting. The envelope was already opened. I shouldn't read it, but something pulled me to unfold the paper inside. Dear Marcus, make sure you stay away from Lennox's award thing on Friday. I've already convinced your father it's not worth our time. If we all show up, it'll just feed her ego even more. The last thing we need is for her to think she's actually special because some random committee gave her a pat on the back. Also, I spoke with Aunt Vivian last week and made sure she knows about Lennox's problems at work. I implied there were complaints about her attitude from coworkers. We need to make sure the family understands she's not as perfect as she pretends to be. Remember, we're having dinner with the Andersons next week. Don't mention anything about Lennox's award if it comes up. Love, Mom. My hands shook. The paper trembled between my fingers as everything clicked into place. The empty seats, the years of backhanded compliments, the family events where relatives seemed oddly distant toward me. What are you doing in here? I spun around to find Marcus standing in the doorway, coffee cup in hand. You knew? You knew she was doing this to me? His eyes dropped to the letter in my hand, and he had the decency to look uncomfortable. Put that back, Lennox. That's private. Private? Like sabotaging the biggest night of my career was private? Like spreading lies about me to our family was private? Look, Mom just wants what's best for everyone. What's best? She told you all to skip my award ceremony. She's been undermining me for years. Don't be so dramatic. Mom just thinks you get enough attention already. Enough attention? I've been killing myself trying to make something of myself while all of you act like my career is some cute little hobby. Marcus set his cup down with a sharp clack. This is exactly why she does it, Lennox. You always think you're better than us with your fancy degree and awards. I never said that. I just wanted my family to be proud of me. Well, maybe if you didn't make everything about you all the time. Everything about me? I invited you guys to one event. One! And Mom deliberately made sure none of you showed up. I shoved the letter in my pocket and pushed past him toward the door. Lennox, wait. You can't tell Mom you found that. Watch me. She'll never forgive you for snooping. I stopped at the door and turned back. And I'll never forgive her for this. Or you for going along with it. I drove straight to Zoe's apartment, tears blurring the road ahead. When I showed her the letter, her face darkened with each line she read. That manipulative witch! Lennox, this is psychological warfare. What do I even do with this? Confront her? She'll just deny it. No, denial isn't good enough. We need receipts, evidence, a plan. What kind of plan? Zoe's eyes gleamed. The kind where everyone sees exactly who your mother really is? We need to be smart about this, Zoe said, spreading a notepad on her coffee table. Your mom's been playing chess while you thought you were playing checkers. I paced Zoe's living room, the letter burning a hole in my pocket. What exactly are we going to do? Set up hidden cameras? Even better. Your phone, record everything. Every backhanded compliment, every dismissive comment. For the next 2 weeks, that's exactly what I did. Sunday dinner at my parents' house became my reconnaissance mission. So, Lennox? I heard about your little award, Mom said, cutting her roast beef with surgical precision. Shame it wasn't one of the major ones. Actually, Mom, the Macintosh is one of the most prestigious awards in the industry. Well, I'm sure it is in your circles, dear. James, remember when Marcus won MVP in high school baseball? The whole town was talking about it for weeks. I felt the familiar sting, but smiled as I pressed record under the table. 2 days later, I called Dad at his office. Hey, Dad, I was hoping you might come to my project presentation next week. It's a really big client. You know how busy work is right now, Lennox. Can't you just send photos afterward? You drove 3 hours to see Marcus's company softball game last month? That's different. That was a whole day with the family. Your work things are so technical. No one understands what you're talking about half the time. Click. Another recording saved. But the bombshell dropped when Harold called me into his office the following Monday. Lennox, something odd happened. Mrs. Feinberg from the Westlake Project called to verify some concerning information she received. My stomach dropped. What information? Someone told her you were being removed from the project due to client complaints. She was quite upset about it. That's completely false. Who would say that? That's the interesting part. She said it was your mother. I froze. My mother called my client? Apparently, they attend the same garden club. Lennox, is there something going on I should know about? That night, I called Aunt Vivian. I need to talk to you about Mom. Something's going on, and I think you might know something. Oh, honey, I've had my suspicions for years. Your mother has always been competitive. Competitive enough to sabotage her own daughter? Let's just say I'm not surprised. What can I do? The annual family barbecue at your place next weekend. I need your help with something. The day of Aunt Vivian's barbecue arrived with perfect weather and my nerves strung tight. Mom, Dad, and Marcus were already there when I arrived with Zoe. Various aunts, uncles, and cousins milled around the backyard. You brought your friend, Mom noted with a tight smile. How casual. Zoe's family to me, I replied, squeezing Zoe's hand for courage. During dinner, Aunt Vivian gave me the signal, a subtle nod. Actually, I wanted to share something with everyone, I announced, standing up. I recently won the Macintosh Award for Architecture. Cousin Tim whistled. Isn't that the really big one? I think I read about that. It is, I confirmed. Unfortunately, my immediate family couldn't attend because of car trouble. I pulled out my phone. But I wanted to share why that might have happened. I played the recordings. Mom's dismissals, Dad's excuses, the evidence about Mom contacting my client. With each recording, Mom's face grew redder. This is ridiculous. Mom stood up. Lennox has always been attention-seeking. She's exaggerating everything for sympathy. Aunt Vivian cleared her throat. Actually, Diana, I've noticed how you talk about Lennox for years. Remember when you told me she was struggling at work? I checked with my friend at her firm who said she was their rising star. You're taking her side? Mom scoffed. She's manipulating all of you. The only manipulation here is yours, I said calmly. You've been undermining me my entire life. How dare you? Mom knocked over her wine glass. After everything we've done for you. Like what exactly? Skipping my award ceremony? Calling my clients with lies? The family watched in stunned silence as Mom completely lost control. You ungrateful little... I made you! Everything you are is because of me. Lennox, that's enough. Dad finally intervened, grabbing my arm. Stop this vendetta right now. I pulled away from him. It's not a vendetta, Dad. It's the truth. And I'm done pretending it isn't happening. The next morning, my phone buzzed with texts from extended family. Can't believe what Diana did to you all these years. Your mother told everyone you were too busy for family events. Zoe burst into my apartment a week later. Your mom got voted out as chair of the Westside Charitable Foundation. 3 other organizations are reviewing her positions, too. Dad's law partner called me directly. Several clients are uncomfortable with James. They have daughters in competitive fields, too. I never wanted to hurt Dad's career. You didn't. He did this himself. Marcus showed up at my office unannounced. We sat at a coffee shop across the street. I should have stood up for you. Yes, you should have. You don't understand how Mom is when you're not around. That doesn't excuse you going along with it. I always had it easier. I didn't want to lose that. So instead, you helped them tear me down? He pushed a business card across the table. My therapist. Maybe someday we can... Maybe, but not today. A month later, at my riverfront project opening, Mom appeared unexpectedly. Lennox, darling, this is magnificent work. Zoe materialized at my side as heads turned. Mom, what are you doing here? I've come to support my talented daughter, of course. Stop. You don't get to show up now and pretend you've always been supportive. I'm trying to make amends. Can't you see that? By making a scene at my professional event? This isn't about making amends. This is about saving your reputation. How dare you? I'm your mother. Yes, you are. But that doesn't entitle you to my forgiveness. Harold appeared, guiding Mom toward the exit. I believe this is a private event, Mrs. Carter. 3 months later, I accepted the Regional Excellence Award. This time, my reserved table was filled with genuine supporters. Zoe, Harold, Aunt Vivian, and colleagues who'd become friends. After the ceremony, Harold pulled me aside. The partners voted yesterday. We want you to join us. Full partnership. That night, I hosted a dinner for my chosen family. We toasted with champagne late into the night. To people who show up, Zoe raised her glass. To people who tell the truth, added Aunt Vivian. To choosing your own family, I finished. The next morning, an embossed envelope arrived in my mail. Inside was an invitation to my parents' anniversary celebration with a note. We miss you. Please come. I held it for a moment, feeling nothing but calm certainty as I dropped it into the trash. Some bridges aren't meant to be rebuilt. Some apologies come too late. And some families are the ones we create for ourselves. Do you think blood ties should ever be forgiven no matter what? Or was Lennox right to throw away that invitation and permanently cut off her toxic family? Would you have given her mother one more chance at redemption? Or do some bridges deserve to stay burned? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more revenge stories about standing up to toxic people. New videos every day about people who finally say enough and take back their power.